It's like there's be 3 games that get deleted once I complete them all. I don't know when I'm going to complete them all. At the minute, it's a pain in the ass. So I don't know if I'm going to run through them all, or you know. I am enjoying it. I'm loving the exploration and having a look around over things, all the visual effects, sightings. Right. It's all quite enjoyable. But now we are continuing with wherever we were going actually. Over here. Oh, wrong thing. Oh, and the days. Vegas. At least we know what we're doing with the other like outposts and all that, don't we? There's a few games we can actually complete and it just gives something different to the channel. My process is fine, but look how long it took to get a game. Just imagine if that was the only game I could play, and I was waiting that long for a game. Fuck that shit. I would rather shut a bit of my ass. Not do that. That's boring. Alright, I think I'm gonna like get nearly at somewhere down there. Okay, maybe not. Oh, I found one.
Just lead the way.
You lead. I'll follow.
Let's try it in there, mate. You shit right, you go. Got a question mark around it. Back to it if possible. Something over here first. That guy's out on all these games,
Moving out.
It's over that way. Why does it look like it's over there? I see jack shit. A little bit of jack, a little bit more of shit. Yeah, wow, that's like really bright. I like that. What's this gonna make? Oh, move it on. Just assume it'll be like later on some bullshit. That's what we're gonna do. Nope. Nope. More likely already surveyed every area. Right, let's go explore. Definitely coming up against a buggy. Oh no, we already did this. Not really much point of interest here though. Right, well, I'm not exploring here though. I mean, it looks like everything's done, so that's good enough for me. Alright, we'll just do this for the meantime. Blah. I need Marcus. Not gonna lie.
Commander I'm picking up some strange readings. Really strange, like off the damn charts. It looks like it's coming from an underground complex a few clicks away from the drop zone.
What you're telling me is we're actually getting somewhere, yeah? I've gone round and probably completed the game before I've managed to find where I'm going, yeah. I'm just gonna go places and I've already done that. I've already done that. I've already done that. So pretty much what it is. Worse than it. I suppose.
Trying to knock down the front door instantly. Maybe we can find the side window?
Bag 'em attack.
Or do when I stop choking to death. But it's the choking bit anyway.
Perimeter secured.
That's one way I probably completed the game before I even tried. I've killed a lot of my people. 3 of them about. 1 died on her own sacrifice. Mainly because I had no choice.
Shields disabled.
Well, we are off then. Damage to the vehicle. Well, they're on foot for me.
Area secure.
looks fun.
Good to go. Catching you up.
I'm fucking gonna jump that far or something. Motherfucking all would've got shot. Especially when this douchebag over here and all shit. Good job. With that. You vanished. Not one down. Did not expect that. Did not expect that. Why am I like infected? Why are you dead? I mean, little bastards.
It looks like this cavern formed around the ruin after it was built.
I'm just glad we actually seem to be getting somewhere, to be honest, for a change.
I wonder what the R is looking for in here. Most Prothean ruins have nothing more than dead instruments.
Hello? Can somebody help me? Please? Can you hear me out there? I'm trapped. I need help. Are you real? Oh, no. Don't be stupid, Liara. Humans do not come here. You're hallucinating. And talking to yourself. Oh, goddess. I am going to die here.
We're real enough. Stay calm. I'll get you out of there.
You're oddly lucid for a hallucination. They don't usually claim to be real. Or do they? I guess I wouldn't know. I don't usually hallucinate. At least I don't think I do.
My name is Shepard. The Office of Special Tactics and Recon sent me.
A specter? That's good. What else would I conjure up? A protector figure, yes. Perfect. Comforting. Well, I'll play along. As you can see, I am trapped here. If you're as real as you claim, find a way to get me out.
How did you end up in there?
Ah, yes, the figment of my imagination wants me to retrace my steps. See if I can figure out where I went wrong. I was exploring the ruins. When the Geth showed up, I ran in here and activated the defenses. The barrier curtains could protect me. When I turned it on, I must have hit something I wasn't supposed to. I was trapped in here. You must get me out, please.
Any suggestions on how we can help?
Of course. What good is a hallucination if it can't offer false hope? Listen, if you're real, find some way past the barrier curtain. Find some way to deal with the Geth. Then use the control panel to release me. If you're not real, leave me alone. I'm tired of talking to myself.
Fair dues. I like them. Right. that's what I'm doing. This one. Nope. Maybe I dug a hole. Good guess.
Now I am hallucinating that you are inside the tower. I must be getting worse. Earlier I even imagined I heard thunder.
We used the mining laser to bore through.
You bored through? You're real, aren't you? By the goddess, you're real! I'm sorry. I thought you were a hallucination. I thought I was going mad. Please get me out of here before more Geth show up.
Any idea how we get out of this place?
There is an elevator back in the center of the tower. At least I think it's an elevator. It should take us out of here. Come on! I still cannot believe all this. Why would the Geth come after me? Do you think Benezia's involved?
Seren's looking for the conduit. You're a Prothean expert. He probably wants you to help him find it.
The conduit, but I don't know.
What the hell was that?
These ruins are not stable. That mining laser must have triggered a seismic event. We have to hurry. The whole place is caving in.
Joker, get the Normandy airborne and lock in on my signal. On the double, mister!
Aye, aye, Commander. Secure and away. ETA 8 minutes.
He needs to move faster.
Surrender. Or don't. That would be more fun.
We don't have time to deal with this idiot. Charge!
I like your attitude.
Too close, Commander. 10 more seconds we would have been swimming in molten sulfur. The Normandy isn't equipped to land in exploding volcanoes. They tend to fry our sensors and melt our hull. Just for future reference.
We almost died out there, and your pilot is making jokes?
Joker pulled our asses out of there. I think he's earned the right to a few bad jokes.
I see. It must be a human thing. I don't have a lot of experience dealing with your species, Commander. But I am grateful to you. You saved my life back there, and not just from the volcano. Those Geth would have killed me or dragged me off to Saren.
What did Saren want with you? Do you know something about the conduit?
Only that it was somehow connected to the Prothean extinction. That is my real area of expertise. I have spent the past 50 years trying to figure out what happened to them.
I spent the past 50 years fucking trying to find you, bitch tits.
Just how old are you exactly?
I hate to admit it, but I am only 106.
You sure look good for your age. I mean, you don't look that old.
A century may seem like a long time to a short-lived species like yours, but among the Asari I am barely considered more than a child. That is why my research has not received the attention it deserves. Because of my youth, other Asari scholars tend to dismiss my theories on what happened to the Protheans.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, it probably has nothing to do with the fact that you spent the last 50 years. I can help you.
They were wiped out by the Reapers, a race of sentient machines.
The Reapers? But I have never heard of. How do you know this? What evidence do you have?
Sorry, I went to make a sandwich. I thought she'd talk a lot longer, but I'm back now.
There was a damaged Prothean beacon on Eden Prime. It burned a vision into my brain. I'm still trying to sort out what it all means.
Not to mention your little run-in with Sovereign. I'd call that definitive proof.
And then there's the cipher. I'm not sure what that other Asari did to you, but she did something.
Sovereign? The cipher? A Prothean beacon? I'm sorry, this is all a bit overwhelming. I need a moment to collect myself. I have spent most of my adult life investigating the Prothean extinction. Decades of intense academic study and field research. And for what? I never thought it would end like this. You show up and tell me all the answers just fell into your lap. It isn't fair. All those years wasted.
You can still help us, Liara. Saren's looking for the conduit. We need to find it first.
Yes, of course, you are right. We need to stop Saren. Commander, I would like to try something, with your permission, of course. You said you have visions. From the beacon. Let me join my consciousness to yours. Maybe my knowledge of the Protheans can help clarify this vision.
Oh, we're having sex fucking demolition style here, mate.
Do it. Hurry. We don't have much time.
Relax, Commander. Embrace eternity. I never thought the images would be so intense. I need a moment to collect myself.
I know you should see it when it's not cold and all.
Did the vision make any sense to you?
It's a distress call. A message sent out across the Prothean Empire. A warning against the Reapers, but the warning came too late.
That's how she ended up pregnant, mate.
What about the conduit?
There were other images, locations, places I recognize from my research. Ilos! The conduit is on Ilos!
I've never heard of a world called Ilos.
I'm not surprised. Ilos is in a region of space accessible only through the Mu Relay. But the Mu Relay was lost thousands of years ago. Nobody knows where it is.
I have the coordinates for the Mu Relay.
You do? But how? Never mind. If you take us to the Mu Relay, I can give the vectors to take us to Ilos.
The relay's in the Terminus systems. They're not fond of Alliance ships over there. Or Spectres.
The conduit's on Ilos. That's where Saren's heading. I plan to be waiting when he gets there.
Saren will have his whole fleet in orbit around Ilos. You will never make it down to the surface without reinforcements. You need to alert the Council. They will assemble a fleet to accompany you. Together you can... Oh... I am feeling a little faint all of a sudden.
When was the last time you ate? Or slept? Dr. Chakwas should take a look at you.
It is probably just mental exhaustion, coupled with the shock of discovering the Protheans' true fate. I need some time to process all this. Still, it could not hurt to be examined by a medical professional. It will give me the chance to think things over. Are we finished here, Commander?
Go see the doctor. The rest of you, dismissed.
I mean, she's been trapped for like 50 years, mate, so like she's like none of this argument.
Looking for supplies?
Let's see what you've got.
You bet, Commander. Looking for supplies?
Let's see what you got.
You bet, Commander.
No, that shit in my inventory now. And nope, I don't care what it is. It's going to be here.
Hey, Commander, you know that Quarian, Tali? She's been spending all her time down here asking me about our engines.
I'll tell her to leave you alone.
What? No, she's amazing. I wish my guys were half as smart as she is. Give her a month on board and she'll know more about our engines than I do. She's got a real knack for technology, that one. I can see why you wanted her to come along.
I figured she'd be a real asset to the team.
You got an eye for Tali, Commander, but I'm guessing that's not why you came down here.
Fill me in on the IES stealth system. How does it work exactly?
You can't hide a ship out in space. They emit too much heat and radiation. Too easy for sensors to pick them up, unless you find a way to capture those emissions. So our stealth systems trap the energy we give off in storage sinks built into the ship itself. No emissions to give away our location. Eventually the sinks have to be vented. More than a few hours silent running and they overheat. Cook us inside our own hull.
There's no way for anyone to detect us?
A visual scan can still pick us up. Anyone looking out a window can see us plain as day. But you have to be pretty close to get an actual visual out in space. Most vessels rely on scanners. As long as the stealth systems are engaged, they can't see us. Not unless we accelerate to FTL speeds.
Why doesn't it work with faster-than-light travel?
Cranking up the FTL blue shifts our emissions, pushes them into frequencies too high to capture in the sinks. As soon as we make the jump, it's like setting off a flare. Sensors can pick up our location whenever we enter or exit FTL flight, but for short-range missions, our stealth systems are amazing, and we've got the only one.
Where else have you served, Adams?
If you name a class of Alliance ship, I've probably served on it. Everything from dreadnoughts and carriers right down to frigates like the Normandy. My last assignment was on the Tokyo, only a cruiser, but she was a good ship. Couldn't hold a candle to the Normandy, though.
I want to know more about the Normandy.
She's the best ship I've ever served on. Probably the fastest vessel ever designed. And she's the only one using the new Tantalus drive core.
What's so special about the Tantalus drive core?
Proportionally, it's about twice the size of any other vessel. Not only are we faster, we can run at FTL speeds longer before we have to discharge the core.
This is legit the plot scene to expansion. Well, expansion's the plot scene to this.
Carry on, Adams.
Aye, aye, Commander.
If you don't believe me, if you've got Amazon Prime, search expansion, and this is what it reminds me of. Good series, though, not gonna lie.
Your ship's amazing, Shepard. I've never seen a drive core like this before. I can't believe you were able to fit it into a ship this small. I'm starting to understand why you humans have been so successful. I had no idea Alliance vessels were so advanced.
The Normandy's a prototype, cutting-edge technology.
A month ago, I was patching a makeshift fuel line into a converted tug ship in the flotilla. Now, I'm sitting on board one of the most advanced vessels in Citadel space. I have to thank you again for bringing me along. Traveling on a vessel like this is a dream come true for me.
I had no idea you found ship technology so interesting.
It comes with being a Quarian. The migrant fleet is the key to the survival of my people. Ships are our most valuable resource. But we don't have anything like this. We make do with cast-offs and second-hand equipment. We just try to keep them running for as long as we can. Some of the fleet's larger vessels date all the way back to our original flight from the Geth.
I can't believe your fleet's still using ships that are 3 centuries old.
They're constantly being repaired, modified, and refitted. They aren't pretty, but they work. Mostly. We've tried to make ourselves as independent as possible on the flotilla. Grow our own food, mine, and process our own fuel. But some things we just can't make on our own. A patch to maintain the hull integrity requires raw materials we just don't have. That's why our pilgrimages are so important.
Tell me about your people.
Our lives aren't easy. Resources are scarce, and we are constantly on the move. Everything we do must in some way contribute to the continuation of the migrant fleet. There are 17 million Quarians in the flotilla, and each of us relies on the others for survival. The bonds among my people are strong. Unfortunately, we have had to surrender many of the freedoms and civil liberties other species take for granted.
It is, no, man. Because, like, in the expansion, we come across biological warfare that basically turns into eats a planet eventually. Eats a spaceship's core and then drives it into a planet and then takes over the planet and then blah de blah. I can't remember it fully because it was like ages ago I watched it.
What kind of freedoms?
Well, it's illegal for parents to have more than one child. If our population grows too much, it would strain our resources to their breaking point. Of course, we also can't allow our numbers to become too few. If our population is in decline, the rule against single births is temporarily repealed. In extreme cases of population decline, incentives are even offered to encourage multiple births, though the Conclave hasn't had to take such measures in nearly a century.
Yeah, I think we should be able, as a human, I think we should be able to have up to 3 kids. Right, because it takes 2 people to make 1. So if only 2 people make 1 child, we'll be decreasing the population by a half. Yeah. And plus, you never know, you might end up with 2 girls, and most people give up for trying for a boy if they've ended up with 3 girls. So, yeah, I think we should have 3. Just keep the population up, but not like massively. And then get sterilised. Because, I mean, most women with like 6 to 7 kids, most of them complain they can't handle it. And then some of them do absolutely fantastic, and then some of them do outstanding. And then some of them, you give them a round of applause. You know what I mean? Each are different.
That's your government.
The Conclave is our civilian branch of government. Each ship can elect a representative to serve on the Conclave and make decisions that affect the fleet as a whole. On matters that affect an individual ship, however, the captain has the final say. It's a tradition that dates back to the early days, when the fleet was governed by martial law. Fortunately, most captains nowadays are smart enough to have an elected council from their crew to give them advice and guidance.
I want to talk about something else.
Like what?
I want to know more about the Geth.
I doubt I can tell you anything you don't already know. It's been almost 3 centuries since they drove my people into exile. All I know is the story of their origins. What they were when we created them, and how they turned on us.
Interesting.
The Geth were originally created to serve as an automated manual labor force. Initially, their intelligence was as limited as any VI. Over time, we made small modifications to their programming to allow them to perform more varied and complex tasks, bringing them closer and closer to true AI status.
How come the Council didn't step in and stop you?
This wasn't true AI research. We may have been skirting the bounds of the law, but we never did anything that was actually illegal. The changes were so insignificant, so gradual, that we were able to control them. Or so we thought. But one thing we underestimated was the power of the neural network. A million Geth thinking simultaneously created an inherently unstable matrix.
So the Geth share brain power?
Many of the Geth's logic systems were designed to work in concert with other nearby Geth. Basically, the more of them you have in a group, the smarter they are.
Oh, that explains why they've been a pain in the ass.
So there's some sort of group consciousness?
No, nothing like that. They cannot share sensory data or information. Their programming cannot handle that much simultaneous input.
It's like YouTubers full stacking.
Each Geth maintains an individual awareness and identity. The neural network only operates on a process-based level. It's basically the synthetic equivalent of a subconscious. But when they're in close proximity, they can coordinate low-level functional processes, freeing up more capacity for original or independent thought.
Just like streamers.
What made them rebel?
As we built more and more Geth, their effective intelligence became more sophisticated, more abstract. One day, a Geth began to ask its Quarian overseer questions about the nature of its existence. Am I alive? Why am I here? What is my purpose? As you can imagine, this caused a near panic among my people.
Like full stacking streamers. Just the full stackers though. The solos I'm not picking up. No. I'm a solo. It's a pain in the ass being a solo streamer. It's fucking frustrating. You want to punch that guy in the face for no reason, but they pissed you off.
I don't see what's so bad about those questions.
The Geth were created to engage in mundane, repetitive, or dangerous manual labor. That's fine for machines, but it won't satisfy a sentient being for long. The Geth were showing signs of rudimentary self-awareness and independent thought. If the Geth were intelligent, then we were essentially using them as slaves. It was inevitable the newly sentient Geth would rebel against their situation. We knew they would rise up against us, so we acted first. A general order went out across all Quarian-controlled systems to permanently deactivate all Geth. The Geth responded to this order violently.
And the main reason why is for a solo streamer, 9 times out of 10, we thought we was good at games for system matchmaking to get put into games, to constantly come up against full stacks, to be able to balance the fucking matchmaking out, while you're just looking at people running out and getting shot and dying. And you're just like, what am I to do? What? We haven't had a single enemy UAV. Enemy UAV. Can you let me finish my sentence? Enemy UAV. How is there so many enemy UAVs? Enemy Blackbird. Oh, for fuck's sake. Enemy chopper gunner coming in. I don't want to play this game no more. Enemy dogs. Oh, fuck me. For sake. Enemy care package. Why? Why they even got a care package? enemy warthog coming in. Why? That's not even in this game. It's not even in this game.
You're the ones who started the war. The Geth were just fighting for their survival.
We had no other choice. The Geth were already on the verge of revolution. By acting quickly, we had a chance to end the war before it began. The hope was that most of the Geth would still be little more than machines, incapable of organized resistance. But they had progressed much further than anyone anticipated. The war was long and bloody. Millions upon millions of Quarians died at their hands. In the end, we were forced to flee our own homeworld. We feared the Geth would pursue us, but they never came beyond the Veil. Now we drift through space, exile searching for a way to reclaim what was once ours.
It's hard to feel sorry for you. Your ancestors tried to wipe out another species.
We made a mistake when we created the Geth in the first place, but we did not make a mistake when we went to war against them. If we had not acted, they would have wiped us out. They're a synthetic life form. They have no use for organics. None. Why do you think they cut themselves off from the rest of the galaxy? Why do you think they've killed every organic being who's ever tried to contact them?
You make a good point.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to get so worked up. Most Quarians tend to have pretty strong opinions about the Geth.
I should go.
See you later.
Yeah, thanks for that. Just gonna go and jump off a bridge somewhere. I don't want to talk to anyone else. No, go away. You all suck ass. Alright, spent forever trying to find where we're supposed to go again, yeah. I have to talk to the stupid council again, or...
I forwarded the mission update to the Citadel, Commander. We got confirmation on those reinforcements. Ambassador Udina wants us to report back to the Citadel. The Council's massing a joint species fleet to deal with Saren and his Geth.
Back to the Citadel, Joker. I want the Normandy at the head of that fleet.
Yes, ma'am.
Good job, Shepard. Thanks to you, the Council's finally taking real action against Saren.
The Ambassador is correct. If Saren is foolish enough to attack the Citadel, as you believe, we will be ready for him.
Patrols are stationed at every mass relay linking Citadel space to the Terminus systems.
How many ships are you sending to attack Ilos?
Ilos is only accessible to the Mu relay, deep inside the Terminus systems, Commander. If we send a fleet in there, the only possible outcome is full-scale war.
Now is the time for discretion, Commander. Saren's greatest weapon was secrecy. Exposed, he is no longer a threat. This is over.
One ship going into the Terminus systems won't start a war. I can be discreet.
You detonated a nuclear device on Vermeer. I wouldn't call that discreet.
Your style served you well in the Traverse, Commander. We recognize that. But Ilos requires a deft touch. We have the situation under control.
Secrecy isn't his greatest weapon. The conduit is.
Saren is a master manipulator. The conduit is just a distraction from his real plan to attack the Citadel.
Sovereign's the real threat. Saren's just a servant of the Reapers.
Only you have seen the Reapers. And then only in visions. We won't invade the Terminus systems because of a dream.
Secrecy isn't his greatest weapon. The conduit is.
Saren is a master manipulator. The conduit is just a distraction from his real plan to attack the Citadel.
Yeah, that deja vu.
One ship going into the Terminus systems won't start a war. I can be discreet.
You detonated a nuclear device on Vermeer. I wouldn't call that discreet.
Your style served you well in the
damage.
Traverse, Commander. We recognize that. But Ilos requires a deft touch. We have the situation under control.
If Saren finds the conduit, we're all screwed. We have to go to Ilos.
Ambassador Udina, I get the sense Commander Shepard isn't willing to let this go.
There are serious political implications here, Shepard. Humanity's made great gains thanks to you, but now you're becoming more trouble than you're worth.
You bastard! You're selling us out!
It's just politics, Commander. You've done your job, now let me do mine. We've locked out all the Normandy's primary systems until further notice you're grounded.
Is your job part of getting that rod out your ass or something?
Nobody stabs me in the back, Udina. Nobody.
I think it's time for you and your team to leave, Commander. This no longer concerns you. The Council can handle this, with my help, of course.
Commander, I've got a message from Captain Anderson.
I don't know who that is, but I feel like to say go fuck yourself.
What did he want?
Only said to meet him in that club in the wards. Flux.
I think they'd love to go to a strip club.
Equalizing interior pressure.
With exterior atmosphere. Logged. The commanding officer is ashore. Exo Presley has the deck.
Yep. What? I don't remember where I'm going.
ExoGeni officials have announced that their research colony on Pharos is being shut down. Difficult living conditions combined with poor yield of viable discoveries made it economically unfeasible to keep the colony going. ExoGeni stock rose sharply with the announcement, with investors pleased at this surprising news.
Well, you find your penis. That's boring as fuck.
Commander Shepard?
You know you could have talked to yourself.
Khalisah bint Sinan al-Jilani, Westerland News. Would you answer a few questions for our viewers?
What sort of questions?
People back home have heard a lot of wild stories about you, Commander. I can give you the chance to set the record straight. What do you say?
So long as you understand that I may not be able to answer all questions.
I'm sure our viewers will understand. Humans have been trying to get the respect of the galactic community for 26 years. With that in mind, what are your feelings on being the first human Spectre?
I try to keep in mind that it's just another form of duty. I still wear a uniform.
But there's a difference between protecting human interests and Citadel interests. Have you encountered any situations where the Citadel asked you to place its needs before the needs of Earth?
The Spectre Charter allows me to complete my missions any way I see fit.
That's not quite an answer, Commander. You've been given command of an advanced human warship for your missions. Is there anything you'd like to say about it?
Many details are still classified, I'm afraid. I can tell you she's a fine ship and has the best crew I've ever served with.
Some members of that crew are aliens, as I recall. Do you think it was appropriate to hand Earth's most advanced warship over to the Citadel?
Did you ever think of sucking the dick? I mean, everything just answers you into an arsehole, really, doesn't it? I don't even know if that's just going to change. I mean, I'm just going to go with this.
The Normandy has only been loaned to the Citadel. It's a legal technicality that allows me to use her in my new role as Spectre.
So this was only to help you in your new job working for the Citadel. Speaking of your new job, did the Council order you to sabotage human research concern on Noveria?
I made that call to save myself, my crew, and the inhabitants of Noveria, and I'd do it again.
It's gratifying to see someone who'll make tough choices to protect the lives of humans. Given your recent experiences, do you think humanity will ever get the respect it deserves from the galactic community?
It's inappropriate for an active duty officer to publicly comment on politics.
One last question, Commander. Rumors back home say you're tracking a rogue Spectre named Saren. Do you have any comment on that?
I'm afraid I can't comment on whatever my current assignment may or may not be.
Don't worry, we'll find out. The eyes of Earth are on you. Don't let us down. Thank you for your time, Commander Shepard.
Welcome. Fuck off. Thanks for wasting my time. I think it's here. I'm not sure. And you remember where the strip club is? It's not that way. I bet you remember where the strip club is. That's there. Oh, there's an exclamation mark this way. We'll go this way first. I bet it's the creeping man. Oh no, it's not you. What are you doing here?
They told me it was you, but I didn't believe it. Shepard grew up and turned into a soldier.
Have we met?
Name's Finch. You probably don't remember me, but we ran together in the 10th Street Reds. Maybe you don't remember it yourself, running in a gang. None of the vids mention it when they're talking about you.
I feel like you're making up stories.
So I ran with the Reds. That's behind me now.
We're not trying to cause you trouble, Shepard. We just want a favor, for old time's sake. One of the Reds, Kurt Wiseman, got picked up by Turians. We'd like you to talk to the Turian guard in the bar and get Kurt out.
I'll talk to the Turian and see what I can do.
Thanks, Shepard. I knew you'd remember your old friends. The guard's over in Cora's den. Take care of this, and you'll never see me again.
I highly doubt that.
Commander, I wasn't expecting to see you again. Is there something you want?
You can start by telling me the truth, Shorban.
I'm not sure what you're referring to. My experiments are...
Your lies are catching up with you. We spoke with your friend, Jalid.
You spoke with Jalid? Then you know about the data?
No, but you're gonna tell me. Everything.
You boys can go. Looks like my plans have changed. It's not as bad as you think, Commander. Jalid and I just got a little over our heads.
Keep talking.
The company we work for developed an experimental procedure for use in medical scanners. Jalid and I saw even more potential, so we stole the plans and secretly developed a tool to scan the Keepers. Can you imagine? A tool that can actually get readings from the Keepers?
What's so special about that?
The Keepers are almost impossible to scan, and you can't capture them or get samples. They just self-destruct. After centuries here, we still don't know anything about them. Don't you see? We were the first to scan them, ever. You've seen it yourself, Commander. You know we can do it.
That doesn't explain why you're trying to kill your partner.
I'm not trying to kill him. Jaleed's job was to disseminate our initial findings. But he decided to keep the data for himself. Maybe to sell it. I don't know.
So you're just trying to get back what Jaleed already stole?
We lost our heads. We just couldn't let an opportunity like this pass us by. Commander, if you'll just continue gathering data for me, imagine what we might learn. And you'll stand to make a bit of a profit yourself, remember?
I suppose a little scanning here and there won't hurt anyone.
Very good. Maybe if you wouldn't mind speaking with Jaleed. The data you're gathering for me is useless if Jaleed won't help me analyze it.
If I have time, I'll talk to him.
Thank you. And happy scanning, Commander.
I mean, you kind of remind me of Sheldon, so I'm just going to leave you to it. Strange place to meet.
Can I help you?
A human named Finch wanted me to use my authority as a Spectre to free Kurt Wiseman.
The xenophobe? I should have known he'd have friends. Thank you for the information. We'll increase the guard in his cell.
I knew you'd rat us out, Shepard. Now it's payback time.
I mean, honestly, I don't know
We're
what I'm
through telling
selecting
our
off the
story.
time, but I'll deal
The
with it.
aliens will all know what the first human Spectre really is.
What is this gonna prove? I left that life a long time ago.
You never leave the life. If you won't help us, we'll drag your name through the dirt. Your alien friends will revoke your Spectre status. You'll be nothing. Unless you're willing to pay, say, 500 credits.
What I'm doing is too important to be derailed by someone like you, Finch.
Impressive. Perhaps the first human Spectre will not be a disappointment after all. Goodbye, Spectre.
Not being blackmailed, mate. Right. I suppose I don't need to be here. Will I? I'm not scanning anything. It's progressing. Actually, I want to look around here, mate. I'll be ending the stream soon anyway, so just gonna look around. Maybe because I haven't. They just usually fast travel me to wherever I need to go.
Who are you to tell me what my husband would want? I don't care what you think, Michael. It's my decision.
I know you're hurting, Rebecca, but don't let your grief hurt your baby too.
Why was she going for a facelift?
Can I help with anything?
Perhaps you can talk some sense into her.
I don't need anyone to talk sense into me, Michael.
I'd
I'm
go
not
for the
undergoing the
facelift.
treatments.
My sister-in-law here is pregnant, and she's refused to let the baby undergo gene therapy in utero.
Well, I mean, if you go with nowadays generation, and she has a facelift, right? At least the baby not be ugly. Oh, someone shoot me, for fuck's sake, just shoot me.
I thought gene therapy was common.
My husband Jacob died from a rare heart condition several months ago.
There's a chance that the baby could develop the same heart condition, but routine gene therapy can eliminate it.
A very small chance, Michael. And extranet reports say the therapy could harm the child.
It's less dangerous than the genetic enhancements that every soldier in the Alliance receives.
Okay. Weirdly, I managed to get everything right by trying to be a dick. Sucks.
For what it's worth, I think you should consider undergoing the therapy.
I don't care what you think. Who are you anyway? It's my child. It's my decision.
Does it eliminate bitchiness? Just trust me.
Wouldn't your husband have wanted to give the baby a better chance than he had?
But what if it ends up killing a child who would never have developed the condition? What then?
As long as you don't get your bitchiness, I say you're doing the world a favor. I don't know.
Then you'll know you did all you could to keep your baby safe. That's all you can do.
Don't you understand? I can't lose this baby. This is all I have left of him.
And you and that baby are all I have left of Jacob. I can't lose you. Either of you. Not after this.
Then why didn't you just say that instead of yelling at me?
I was scared. I'm sorry.
If it means that much to you, if you trust that it's the right thing, I'll do the therapy. Thank you so much. I guess we needed an outside person to talk some sense into both of us.
Not gonna lie, just apparently passing fucking by, mate. Apparently it's wrong place, wrong time sort of shit. Because I could have been somewhere else and I avoided that. Prick. What are you doing, you weirdo? It's being weird. Respect it. Well, that's not creepy as fuck. Youngs.
Please do not disturb the keepers.
Fuck you. I don't know where to buy your stupid pass from, you know, mate. You know what? I have an idea.
Has the C-Sec officer been assuaged?
This isn't the way. You're breaking the law. There we go.
The C-Sec officer is just doing his job. You're causing trouble.
This one is too humble to suggest that the C-Sec officer is personally biased. This one only wishes to spread the truth to any who will listen. There is no intent to cause trouble.
Is this how the Enkindlers would want you to use this gift of consciousness?
The Enkindlers would wish for their message to be spread to all sentient races.
Oh, f off, bro.
If the Protheans had wanted you to force your message on the unwilling, they'd have said so.
This one hears wisdom. Perhaps enthusiasm has clouded judgment in this matter. This one departs now, and will not intrude upon the Presidium again.
I see the Hanar is left. Thank you.
Happy to help.
Here, for your assistance in this matter. Now, if you'll excuse me, I should report to my superiors.
In a bit. Alright, that's done. I don't know where to buy the permit from. No clue.
I know you. You're Commander Shepard, the human Spectre. Is there something I can do for you?
You're Nassana, right? I ran into your sister, Dahlia. Didn't end well for her.
What? Are you saying she's...
Dahlia's dead, Nassana. And I know she was blackmailing you.
And I was all set to try to manipulate you into hunting her down for me. But I guess that won't be necessary now, will it?
You wanted your sister dead?
If people found out my sister was a criminal, I'd be considered a security risk. They'd revoke my clearance, or place me on administrative leave until she was apprehended. I shall transfer a little something into your account as a token of my appreciation. I'm sure you'll find the amount satisfactory.
You're a diplomat on her way up the ranks. Could be handy to have a Spectre who owes you a favor.
You make a good point. Anyone can come up with credits. But I can give you authorization to purchase prototype Asari mods. I will get you added to our manufacturer's preferred client list. I think you'd be very interested in what they have available. Goodbye, Shepard. It has been a pleasure doing business with you.
Yep, see you in a bit. I still got credits anyway. Anything else? I already scanned them. I didn't douchebag.
So they finally did it. I knew one of your kind would make Spectre one day. I only hope you're better than the one they're sending you after.
I'll do everything I can to stop Saren.
That's what worries me. Was there something you wanted?
Tell me about CSEC.
CSEC provides necessary police and security services throughout the Citadel. We're a civilian government agency, though many of our members have had military training. And unlike the Spectres, we work within the bounds of the law.
Sometimes you have to bend the law to keep people safe.
I've been with CSEC for 30 years. I've never had to break the law to do my job, not once. Spectres walk a slippery slope, Commander. Operate outside the law and it changes you. Look what happened to Saren.
That is not a completely accurate analogy, Executor. You cannot deny that some CSEC officers are corrupt.
There are over 200,000 CSEC agents. Some of them are going to be bad. But we don't turn a blind eye to corruption like the Spectres do. We do our best to find and punish any officer who breaks the law. Spectres? They'll never come under that kind of scrutiny.
The galaxy needs people like that. People who do the dirty jobs.
I agree. But they need to be held to a higher standard. They need to be accountable. Saren's out of control. We both know that. But because he's a Spectre, the Council doesn't want to do anything about it. Is that the kind of person this galaxy needs?
But not all Spectres are like Saren.
True. I hope that's something you'll take to heart, Shepard.
What do you know about the Spectres?
They're the right hand of the Council, or so they like to be called. More like the underhanded side of the Council.
I'm gonna refresh. I'll go back.